Race to vaccinate Massachusetts residents against COVID-19 has a new hurdle. Welcome to Western Mass News at 5, everyone. I'm Chris Pisano. The first case of the Brazilian variant has been discovered here in the Bay State. This as Connecticut announces they're expanding their eligibility for vaccination next month. And Western Mass News reporter Audrey Russo joins us now live in Springfield with more. Audrey.
Massachusetts state health officials haven't said when their next eligibility group will be able to sign up for the vaccine. Meanwhile, in Connecticut, their governor announced that those 16 to 44 should be able to sign up for the shot in early April, which begs the question, will a healthy 16-year-old in Connecticut, 20 miles away, be able to get the vaccine before a healthy 40-year-old here in the Bay State? Western Mass News is breaking down the numbers between Massachusetts and Connecticut when it comes to the COVID-19 vaccination rate. According to the latest state numbers from each, around 31% of adults 16 and older have received at least one dose in Connecticut. Around 22% in Massachusetts can say the same. We spoke with Dr. Robert Roos, the chief medical officer at Mercy Medical Center. The hospital is part of Trinity Health of New England, which has hospitals in both states, giving Roos a unique vantage point.
Connecticut does have a smaller population than Massachusetts overall, and so they may be able to move a little more briskly through some of the eligibility groups.
Connecticut's governor announced April 5th as a tentative date for when residents 16 and older will be eligible to sign up. Massachusetts is still working its way through phase 2, most recently adding teachers to the mix, along with people 65 and older and those with 2 or more serious medical conditions. Roos says health officials shouldn't announce new eligibility dates without having a clear promise that there will be enough supply.
It is all dependent upon how much supply you currently have. If you make massive amounts of people eligible for vaccination before you have the supply or the operations in order to be able to administer those vaccines, then you can create some frustration.
This all comes as Massachusetts health officials detect their first case of the Brazilian COVID-19 variant. They say a female in her 30s from Barnstable County tested positive in late February for COVID-19, and new testing indicates her sample was positive for P1. Officials claim they have no information on whether or not the person recently traveled. Researchers report the P1 variant has the ability to reinfect those who previously recovered from the virus. Vaccine manufacturers say they can adjust their product to be more effective against this strain, but how quickly everyone can get vaccinated at all remains the biggest concern.
That will determine the speed at which we can reach herd immunity and get to a point where we know that we are reducing transmission of this virus.
Coming up on Western Mass News at 6, we've got some good news to bring you when it comes to the vaccine and an unexpected twist in the number of doses Massachusetts is going to be getting this week. We'll have more on that coming up at 6, but for now I'm live in Springfield. Audrey Russo for Western Mass News.